You're watching my favorite YouTube channel, Chillmonger. There's a question right there in the comment section is where you will participate in answering because I'm definitely not going to answer it. I'm just asking you, is Marvel Comics full? Have we reached the point? And how long ago have we reached this point? Where it's at capacity, where it's going to take a lot more for a new character to get in. Let's use Captain America or Namor. We should start there. Namor's that first hero, nothing really special. He's the Submariner, King of Atlantis. Somebody made a little fictional story, and because it happened so long ago, because it has staying power, it has relevance, and comic books generation after generation was writing Namor, he's here today and he matters in comics. Captain America, likewise. Any character who wasn't fallen by the wayside, like Amazing Fantasy 1 to 14. Who knows who those guys are? But issue 15, they debuted Spider Man. And in the 60s, that guy's still here and sticking around. The Fantastic Four, still sticking around. Same with the Avengers team. Those guys are all 60s characters. The Hulk, all them guys. And then it got to a point where, making characters stick isn't working exactly. The X-Men failed at first. Second time around, they stayed. Giant Size X-Men came. All of those guys matter. The New Mutants team, to a lesser extent, however, they are relevant in comics today. That Generation X team, ooh, not really much, huh? I think we're kind of getting a renaissance right now of those 90s X-Men because writers were once kids reading those books and they're paying it respect. So we're like at a point now where the X-Men with mutants, where unless you were reading them as a kid, you're probably not going to get a character like something who was just invented last year used in comic books regularly and like they're part of the team. We're kind of full. The last maybe big character would be Deadpool, and it's more so a movie that brought that guy into the public spotlight. And Deadpool was introduced 90s. Ms. Marvel, you could say, was another big character. However, she's not big anymore. Even Miles Morales is like, okay, well, there's a new character, but he is Spider-Man, a person bitten by a spider. So does that even count really? Is Marvel Comics full? Are we at a place where we can't really have a huge character being introduced? I feel that there's a lot of handicaps. There's a lot of disadvantages a new character will have to try to kind of get there. Yeah, you can create a new character easily. You can create one right now. Let's create a character now, okay? We got a character who wears all white, okay? And his superpower is, let's give him flight. Let's, you know what? His ears. His ears are so big they can flap and he can fly. Dumbo. We'll call him Dumbo. Boom! I just created this character named Dumbo. He can extend his ears to where he can glide, sometimes even fly. Use them as like protection if he's getting shot, he can keep his ears up here. I just created a character. Boom! Dumbo. Dumbo, the character from Marvel. All right. So is Kelly Thompson like chomping at the bit to write Dumbo in her comic? Not unless the editor says so. Is Tom Brevoort really into this Dumbo thing? No. Maybe Dumbo's from pick a country. He's from Ghana. Dumbo from Ghana. And they want to show how not racist they are. They'll put him in the Marvel Voices Ghana edition. All right, well, then what? Does Jason Aaron really want to write Dumbo? No. It's gonna go to some rookie writer. So making new characters is not the answer to the diversity crisis, which is like the topic of maybe 3 of my last 10 videos here. New characters are not it. Quality writers is it. Historic characters, Falcon, Monica Rambeau, Luke Cage. At some point, we're gonna say Ms. Marvel, but if we're just keeping it with like old characters, probably before year 2000, that like Black Panther, historic characters who've been in existence for a while and people are familiar with are the way to go. Elevate them, bring them up. Guys have rich histories. Maybe even if their comic sucks, they have histories, and you can use that in boop, bring a guy up. Is Marvel Comics full though? Because when was the last time we had someone pop off and be a success? Deadpool. Deadpool is a success. Characters who are kind of booming or having a little limelight now, like Moon Knight, like Blade. They've been around a long time. They've had movies too, and MCU appearances too, but they've been around a long time. The comic book audience, they've seen Moon Knight and Blade throughout the years. Let's say they've been reading comics 20 years. I'm pretty familiar with this guy. He's not a stranger. All right, I'll give him a chance because look, if he's still here, Marvel cares enough to keep him around here and there, and they'll keep reading him. Why did Venom take off? Part of it is Donny Cates had good writing. Another part of it is, well, he's been here a while. It seems like he's important enough. With it, Marvel's kept at it with him. I'll give this guy a chance. And Venom's like a standalone now. He's not really attached to Spider-Man's brand. He is and he isn't. Venom's a hit. Is Marvel Comics full? Answer that question in the comment section. You want to have fun? 33 burning MCU questions right over here. Click on the video, check it out, laugh, like, subscribe.